lose someone you love, the silence is deafening. And you pray, and you cry out, and you beg for a sign, and it feels like the phone line to heaven has been cut. But what if God isn't silent? What if the problem isn't his voice, but the noise in our own hearts? And today, I want to share how I learned to tune my ears to hear God again after losing my only son, Logan. I'm Angela. Welcome to Empowering Souls with Angela. In September 2024, my only son, Logan, went to heaven. And since then, I've been on a journey to find hope in heartbreak. And if you're walking this path of grief, you're not alone. Imagine an old car radio. You're trying to find a station, but all you hear is static. The music is playing, but the interference blocks it. And grief is that static. It is fear, anger, shock, and exhaustion, all screaming at once. And when Logan first passed, the static was so loud, I couldn't hear God. I thought he had left me, but he hadn't. He was broadcasting love, but my frequency was jammed by pain. And to hear him, we have to acknowledge the static. It's okay to tell God, I am too hurt to hear you right now, God. That honesty is the first step to clearing the signal. And once we acknowledge the pain, how do we know what is actually God's voice? Grief can play tricks on us. It can sound like guilt or even hopelessness. I use the scripture filter. God's voice will never contradict his nature. It will never tell you that you are unloved. And in my darkest moments, I hold on to Psalms 34:18. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted. And if the voice in your head says you're alone, that's the grief talking. And if the voice says, I am with you, that's all God. This was the hardest lesson for me. I wanted a burning bush. I wanted a loud voice from the sky explaining why this happened. But often, God speaks in silence. And the Bible tells us about Elijah waiting for God. And God wasn't in the wind, the earthquake, or the fire. He was in a gentle whisper. I've learned to create pockets of silence. No words. No sound, just breathe. It's those little quiet moments that I feel a peace that doesn't make sense. And that peace, that's God's voice. And finally, look for the God winks. The world calls them coincidences. I call them providence. Maybe it's a song on the radio that you associate with your loved one. Or maybe it's a stranger saying the exact words at that moment that you need it the most. And since Logan passed, I have seen way too many coincidences to believe that they're accidents. And these are God's way of saying, I see you, daughter, and I'm still here. And if you feel like God is silent, don't give up. The signal is there. Lower the static. Sit in the silence. And look for the little God winks. If you have experienced a God wink since the loss of your loved one, tell me about it in the comments. It encourages all of us. And remember, you are loved, you are seen, and you are not alone walking this path. God bless you. And with love always, Angela and Logan.